Hello everybody, Fab4 here with some more Mechabellum, and today I actually came across the notorious Amaroq. And this was actually a pretty big surprise to me. I decided to get on and start streaming, and this was literally the first game I came across. So I wasn't really sure what to expect. More than likely it's going to be a hard battle, but we're going to find that out here really quick. I did skip the pickup there. Went ahead and got a Rhino Specialist. And Amaroq going Quick Supply, which is actually really good. We don't know what he could do. Getting, a couple extra Storm Callers. Something else. Me, I'm picking up my Steel Balls and Crawlers. It's a nice, just, base aggro strategy. And we're going to see a little bit something surprising from him on his first unit pickup. And there it is. Now, some of you will probably recognize this as the day that he was going to try Wraith Carry. Now, I didn't expect this, at least this early on. I think I was notified of this while I was streaming. But I mean, did I expect this turn one? Not really. I've also been trying a new setup for aggro here. Just, trying out something a little bit different. Setting up some crawlers here with crawlers next to them. This is more of an anti-storm caller one. These guys on the left, we can hopefully pull these on the far left. The ones in the middle here will pull those ones forward. And then these crawlers here can kind of just go in and just wreak havoc on the ones. Steel balls are able to push through, but I mean, now I see a turn one Wraith, and I'm a little bit worried. I do get the tower, but I mean, I have nothing to shoot up at this. So this is already just an automatic loot loss. Alright, first round did not go well for me. And I'm already feeling pretty worried. But it's probably just to a few people. But if you come on over and check out the stream sometime, you've learned that I've also gone by a different name, which is the Phantom of Mechabellum. And seeing that he has decided to turn one drop a Wraith on me, I figured it's time we show him the Wraith. Sorry, not the Wraith, the Wrath of the Phantom. So at this point here, my game plan, or whatever I was thinking, is out the window. Amaroq skips, nothing really good for him, makes sense. He just wants to get more Wraiths. I mean, I don't even really think going over these is really useful. I could say that Advanced Missile, good for taking out Wraiths, but he's got them behind Chaff, so that's a pretty strong pickup. Not super great. I'd have to place a missile, then another missile, so 100 per each. Not really what I want to go for. Hacker, there's nothing really there to hack. Assault Vulcan, I can clear out Chaff if I really feel like it. Getting cheaper Arc Lights to place helps clear out Chaff as well. But I decide I need money, because if I go up to the 450, I can spend 200 and grab a couple Phantom Rays. And since I'm already placed over on this right side, we might as well start getting him on the left side now. We can see the second Wraith here is going to be clearing up a bunch of my Chaff. But now, the Phantom Rays have appeared. The Arc Light doing decent work, slowing them down just enough. It lets the Phantom Rays get in range. That way he can't target the tower with all of them. My other Phantom Rays actually just go and take the tower. Now, Fangs can be pretty strong against Phantom Rays, but I have, 2 packs, and they're able to just clean up. Even with a debuff, they can still do enough damage. Now the debuff is gone, and these Phantom Rays will clean up this Wraith no problem. Alright, and from here on out, my game plan is set. We get some good pickups here. Amp Core is nice. I mean, getting it on a Phantom Ray, make it stronger. Fire could be good. You burn out some Chaff, which I do pick up some fire. And, I mean, I already know what I'm doing this next round. Just more Phantom Rays. It's a good counter to the Wraith. It is a little slow against Chaff Clear, but we're going to see a little bit of a mistake here that he'll make over on this left side. He grabs some crawlers, which, I mean, it distracts him, but the problem is these crawlers don't go towards the Phantom Rays. They can't go, they don't have any upshoot. They just punch things, they drill them. So what's going to happen with these ones is they're just going to run over towards the tower or run down this way. The Phantom Rays are going to target the Wraith as soon as these crawlers are out of range, and it'll be over. I also decide to fire one pack of crawlers. Now you're thinking, okay, why waste it on here, not wide over here? Well, one, I'm running into his units. I could maybe put it right here. But what I really wanted was for these Phantom Rays to get into tower, take the tower, and even take the other Wraith. Because the more levels I can get on these early Phantom Rays, the better. And I even keep some of my ground units alive, too. All right, we're on to round 4. Getting some decent unit drops here. Triple Marksman. That could be good for him against my Phantom Rays. The problem is I'm going to have too many of them. Even with anti-air, it's not really going to be good enough. The Wasp here is going to be the pickup. Like, this right here is the one I am most scared of. So, if he grabs this, I'm kind of just screwed. For me, it's obviously just going to be Saber Cash. And I actually get lucky. He grabs a Marksman. I think it's just because he sees triple Marksman. And I don't really have a ton, and they're pretty low rank. So I'm thinking he's just like, oh, do this, do aerial. You can start picking them off. I just think that the Marksmen are a little too slow. Because even if he gets, triple Marksman, I buy one Phantom Raid. That's 3 units compared to 1. So sometimes unit count is going to be very strong. And then, yeah, I just pick up this Sabertooth and just sell it. And my first thought is, well, I sold the Sabertooth, so I just keep the Rhino. Might as well. Grab a mobile beacon and use them as direct line of, just walk them right in. Do the rank ups where I can and just get 3 more Phantom Rays. And of course, I got to go for my usual and finish up my triple flanks and get the 2 more Phantom Rays in the middle. And I decide to throw the last one just over here on the right. Now we're going to see that these crawlers, they're going to do a little bit of work, but again, as soon as they're out of range, they can just start working on the Wraiths, and then they just have straight access to the tower, if not another Marksman. Plus rank 3 Marksman, it's just going to be some nice XP for him. He's still doing some work against my ground units. This Arclight surprisingly still holding out. I mean, not holding out, but it's holding his units back just enough. But as soon as I get these towers, I mean, it's pretty much just done. His units are debuffed for such a long time that the Phantom Rays can clean up anything that's left behind. Plus, it's just going to be more ranks. And I haven't even teched into these yet. So once these start getting their first tech, it's going to be devastating. And his Carls are also just stuck on a rank 2 tower as well, so... even if I didn't have the Arclight, it's going to take him forever to take this tower. Okay, on to rank 5, we just get some regular card drops. I mean, instant, yeah, Wasp Swarm. I'm just trying to push in some damage, so just throw in the Wasps right in the middle. There's no defense right now behind him, because right now he's focused all of his attention on his sides, so these guys just have complete access to over here. I also sell the Rhino because, I mean, I don't need it. I just need more Phantom Rays. I mean, if we even look at what I've picked up, like, my starting units were just the Steel Balls, Crawlers, and a couple Arclights, and then every single round from here on out has just been Phantom Ray. And then all I got to do now is just buff my back line, and I'll just be able to start pushing in. I used to set them up a little bit farther back as kind of like a late aggro, but I've kind of been trying to push them in a little bit more. He does grab some extra Fangs, which kind of slow down the Phantom Rays. The rank 3 ones are just going to be a little too tough. He is able to take down the Phantom Rays on this right side, but this surprise Wasp in the back was able to take the tower instead. And plus we can see now this shield, it's able to take now a full shot. They still do take him down in one shot, but with the shield it takes him two. Like we can see now this one right here has a little bit of his shield left. It's still going to take the marksman 2 shots to take him out. Ah, he still gets it just in time. But, I mean, with this many of them left, there's not much you can really do. And at this point, everything's just looking good for me. Any unit I pick up from here on out is just going to be strong. Now, he grabs the Sandworm, which I think is a bit weird. I figured he would have grabbed the Overlord. The Fortress you could do AA, but the Fort AA is pretty bad against the Phantom Rays. They're a little too beefy for the damage. And plus the missiles are a bit too spread out. Like you could have like 2 or 3 or even 4 of the missiles either go behind them or on the side of them, and you only have a few of them hit them. Whereas at least the Overlord can at least target them and do heavy enough splash damage or just high damage on them too. He actually grabs, I grab a Vulcan. I think his plan here is to just try and push in. And at this point, I think I'm just doing a little bit of memeing. Because I'm just like, hey, he's got a lot of chaff over here. Why don't I just flank him with the Vulcan? And of course, a lot of you are thinking like, oh, is it even going to be able to spawn in? I'm kind of hoping that this rank 2 on it is going to help it survive. I also decide to get the cloaking on the Phantom Ray. So that way they are the true phantoms of the battlefield. And now the round begins, and we just watch as these cloaked Phantom Rays start pushing in. We can see this Vulcan is just about able to come in. And he takes out all of the chaff. He's taken the fire from the Wraith. And I'm actually able to push it and take the tower. And just start clearing his board. Get the other tower, and now it's just a surround game. He gets my tower, but he's currently not really engaged on me. And since I took out both of his towers, the debuff just stacks up. So as soon as mine's gone, you know, his is gone as well. So it's kind of just even out. Now we do have some worms still going to the tower, but again, like, look at this air army. And with that, Amaroq has faced the wrath of the Phantom of Mechabellum. Now, all around, it's probably just going to be a good unit type to have when you're going against Wraith. I do think he tried really hard with these fangs on the side. It can definitely slow down the Phantom Rays enough. The only problem is I think I just had so many of them, and he wasn't really able to kind of keep focusing on this front board. So even these like arc lights, just the one arc light was able to kind of clear off some of the chaff here. And even these steel balls would kind of just go in, clear up some stuff. Even these crawlers as well, getting into these fangs and just kind of doing that. Plus, these Phantom Rays on the side just keep pushing in. You know, all of his units get distracted while my front can just push in. Even with the worms, they're not able to... I don't think they're going to be able to reach the tower before I can reach theirs. There was a couple blunders, but it depends on how much he's faced Phantom Rays. And, you know, he's been playing Mechabellum for a long time, 3,000 hours. So that's why I was like, there's a pretty low chance I could pull this out, but I am kind of surprised that this actually worked. Because I figured when he got the marksman, he was going to pick up the Wasp and just do AA. Or the second round when he got the worms, he was going to pick up a boat, and the boat would just kind of start clearing him all off. But he picked up the worms and the marksman, and I think that definitely helped out my odds in the end. We did play a second game after this, queued up right after him. He did another Wraith game, and he just swamped me. So he does know what he's doing, and I think I just kind of got a little bit lucky. I don't know if I forced a race on the second one. It would have been a better idea. But, I mean, all around, these were super fun. I had a great time playing them. It was such a rush seeing this as a first game streaming, and you come across this, you know, another big streamer like this. You're like, okay, this is going to be a fun thing to do. He was going for the Wraith strategy, And right now, every single day, he's doing a different strategy, trying out different things, you know, trying to do a new carry unit. So I would, honestly, guys, go check out his stream if you're already not. If you want to come check out mine as well, you can find me over at twitch.tv/fab4200. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. You can also check out his channel too. I think he has a lot of coverage on tournaments. So a little more high-level gameplay than just this little wackiness that I'm doing. And as always, I hope you all have a great day.